panel discussion is. Panel discussion is a discussion in which a few persons carry on the conversation in front of an audience. Knowing how to raise sensible and challenging questions is very important in whatever activities or conversation you are in. It is also very useful in different public forums, especially in public discussions. Having the skill of throwing challenging questions help maintain the interest of the audience and keeping the discussion meaningful. Panel discussions have the following objectives. First, to provide information and new facts. Second, to analyze a problem from different angles. Third, to identify the values. And fourth, to organize for mental recreation. The members of a panel discussion include the moderator, the expert or panel, and the audience. Let us see the roles of each member in a panel discussion. The moderator keeps the discussion on the theme and encourages interaction among members. He also summarizes and highlights the points and should have mastery on the theme or problem of the discussion. Meanwhile, the expert or the panel has the following roles. All panelists must have mastery of the subject matter. There are 4 to 10 panelists in the discussion. Members sit in a semicircle shape in front of the audience, and the moderator sits in the middle of the panelists. And lastly, we have the audience, and they have the following roles. The audience are allowed to put questions and seek clarification. They can present their point of view and their experiences regarding the theme. The panelist answers, and in some situations, the moderator also tries to answer the question. Good and creative questioning develops the interest towards a problem, the ability of problem solving, and a capacity to respect other ideas, feelings, and ability of tolerance. Needing for some tips? Here are things to help you be able to ask challenging and thought-provoking questions in a panel discussion. First, research your issue. Of course, you have to know enough about the topic in the discussion, and you can think about what else you want to know. Next, list down your questions. After your research, make your list of questions. Also, you have to think about which among your questions are the most important and most intriguing, or which question tickles the mind of the listeners. Better list them down so you won't forget them. What type of questions should you ask in a panel discussion? They should be tied to the topic, reflective of a panelist's interest, representative of issues the audience will be interested in, and an important topic to discuss. Lastly, create your cue card. Your cue card is your guide. In your cue card, write your questions in order. Let us try to look at some examples of questions and check whether they follow the type of questions to be asked in a panel discussion. In the issue about depression, the moderator would ask, when it comes to mental health, the most common health issue is depression. Is depression an illness? Now, let us look into this question. Is it tied to the topic? Check. This question is about depression. Is it reflective of a panelist's interest? Check. Is it representative of issues the audience will be interested in? Check. Is it an important topic to discuss? Check. This is really an important thing to discuss in order for us to be more aware about depression. Here are some other examples. Who is at risk at developing depression? How can you tell if someone you know might have a depression? Do most people with depression attempt to commit suicide? What can you say? Are they tied to the topic? Check. Are they reflective of a panelist's interest? Check. Are they representative of issues the audience will be interested in? Check. Are they important topics to discuss? Check. People are now becoming more open and interested regarding topics on mental health, especially depression, because they wanted to understand better those people who are experiencing it, and more importantly, in order to help these people to overcome their depression. I hope our discussion helped you understand the different features of panel discussion and how to raise sensible, challenging, and thought-provoking questions in a panel discussion.